Hey, what's going on, everybody? This be your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music, episode 17, and I got a special guest, Apollo Fresh.
Yo, what's going on? It's Apollo Fresh. Just a quick friendly reminder. Remember to love yourself and enjoy life right now.
Exactly, especially right now in this time. But introduce yourself to the people.
So, I'm Apollo Fresh. I love music. I love life. I love anime. And I'm friendly. Check me out.
Like I told you before the podcast that you kind of give me this Westbrook type vibe, cause like with your music is unique, you know, like your style is unique, you know what I'm saying, like your vibe is unique, like you just like a unique person.
Yeah, I feel like all that really comes from is just me not really caring and just doing what I feel like doing and listening to my heart more. More I listened to my heart, just did exactly what I want. More different I was, ended up being. But like mostly in the beginning, yeah, people didn't really like it. As I grew up, like people came to love it. And the shit I like was cool before, that I thought was cool before, it's starting to become cool now to everybody. Like anime is a lot more popular now. But back when I was watching it, like early, like elementary and middle school, like I used to get made fun of for it.
Yeah.
But
everybody, because I was the same way. Basically, like, man, you a geek, you a nerd, because you watch anime. Now all of a sudden, a lot of people like is watching anime.
Yeah, but I love it. I'm glad like people getting put on. It's a beautiful art form, and hey, like it works out for me.
So, as far as like music, because I want to touch that first. When did it all start with you?
When did it all start?
What, for music was like your love for music.
It starts in elementary. Like I literally love music. I was always trying to listen to whatever like my sister was listening to, like my older brother, my siblings or whatever. But where like I really started to love music was 4th grade actually. We were playing recorders because like I just really wanted to be good at that shit. So I tried really hard at that shit. Then 5th grade we started there was band. I chose band rather than choir, and like I really like just loved it. I played 2 different instruments. I played the snare drum and the bells because I wanted to play the snare, and the teacher chose the bells for me with xylophone, and I cried because I wanted to play the snare a lot. And I didn't cry for nothing, but like I was really mad. I really wanted to play the snare, and he said, "Oh, if you ran both, you could play both." And I don't know if he didn't take it all serious or not, but I actually did it. And every day we had band practice, I would learn both instruments. And then like, I don't know, I just loved it. And then going into middle school, I started playing the drum set and started playing like with a praise band with the church and the school. And just playing like praise songs and stuff like that for like the bands and stuff. And I was always freestyling. So it came from like just school and church, like early years.
So school and church,
like instruments.
Yeah, so they was like your main influence. Like, you know what? I could be an artist. You know?
Nah, not even. I didn't think I could be an artist. That wasn't even in my head. I didn't think it was possible. Not even that I didn't think it was possible. I thought anything was possible, but I just never thought about the possibility of me making music as a profession. That didn't happen until high school. In early high school, actually, in early high school, I got the nickname of Haitian Fresh because I was freestyling in the locker room when we got rained out in football practice. And that later ended up turning into just Fresh for short. But since that day and just all the times that we've been freestyling, people kept telling me to make music. I was like, I'm not a rapper. And then at the end of sophomore year one day, because that's happened in freshman year, at the end of sophomore year, I just made a song one day and I was like, oh snap, I need to make more. I need to make another one. And I just got addicted. Like after my 5th song, I was like, yo, like I've been looking like, what do I want to do with my life? Like I think this is it. Like, so I made like that decision, like I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it well and I'm gonna make this happen. And I know nobody's gonna do anything for me. And so from there, I just made that jump. So like since junior year in high school, I just been grinding since then.
That's what's up, man. So pretty much like you had like great reviews from like all the song, like the first song that you made to like the fifth song. The fifth song was like, you know what? That was the turning point for you to.
Yeah, but it wasn't even the reviews. Like barely anybody listened to like what I had. I didn't really, because it was mostly in the summer, and I was just at home making it. And I just showed it to my close friends, and it was just the fact that during this time period of my life, I was looking for something to do, like with my life. Like at first, I was like, yo, like I'm gonna be a vet because I love animals. I know I would like be happy in my life. Because I wasn't dumb. I wasn't gonna go work and do some shit that I don't want to do because I know I would be unhappy. But my parents wanted me to be a doctor, and I was like, you know what? I know I'd be happy working with animals. Like maybe I'm gonna compromise and be a vet. And I'm like, I'll be happy, but I wasn't sure if that was it. Then when I made the songs, it wasn't even about like who was listening.
It was like your love for it.
Yeah, I just loved it so much that I was like, yo, like if I do this, I'm gonna be happy in life. I was like, I realized it like immediately, like after the fifth song. Like after like just I made a couple songs, I was like, yo, I love this so much, like I think I'm gonna make this happen. But I wasn't dumb. I knew like if I'm gonna do it, like I'm gonna do it.
You gotta be like 100% into it.
Exactly.
Did you ever cry when you heard a song that you made? Because I noticed that a lot of artists always tell me, I seen it in person before that. Like for example, my boy Shamari CNS, he made a song, it was like 3 years ago. He was crying in his room because it was like, he was like, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the song. Did you have that same, like, thing? Like, was you crying or was you, like, very, like, emotional height? Like, was you, like...
I don't know. I've mostly just been having fun with my music. I've never had, like... It doesn't mean I can't be having fun to cry, but I never had a song that made me, like, cry because I was like, yo, like, this is the song. I'm really critical of my work. I know where I want to be. Yeah. Like, the level I want to take myself is on, like, I'm looking for longevity, like, Andre 3000 type longevity. I want to dominate, like, without having to do nothing but my actions. But, so, like, I feel like I'm really critical of my work, but I have cried during the song just because it was a song I made for my friend that died, which is called R.I.P.S.D., and it's in that
I heard that.
project,
Yeah, I heard
Ghoulish.
that. It was, I liked it. Like, it was, because, like, as a DJ, like I remember, cause I listen to a whole bunch of music and stuff like that. I remember when my grandma passed away. When she passed away, like I always told myself that, you know, I want to create like a song dedicated to her one of these days. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm not an artist. You know what I'm saying? But there'd be certain songs that I listen to that remind me of her. You know, cause when I was younger, I'm a sports head, but she was one of the reasons why I became like a sports head, because she used to always like watch like football, basketball. My grandma used to watch hockey, wrestling, golf. I'm like, this lady used to call me all the time, be like, what channel did he play on? And for me, that was like, you know, like my grandma, like, I got the coolest grandma in the world. Like, she watches every sport. She calls me, she tells me what's going on and stuff like that. Like, she's, you know, that's my grandma. But when she passed away, like, it hurt me. But at the same time, like, whenever like I listen to music or even sports, like I just kind of like damn, like one day I have to like do something for you, like when it comes to like the music, because my grandma, she was in the choir at church. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
That's awesome. Shout out to your grandma, RP.
Yeah, man. So that song that you did, like you
that song, that really came from, that song was a breakthrough for me, because that's when I started like tapping into my emotions and letting out music. Before I was just like, I don't know, just making songs, but like that really came from my heart, and that showed me that it's okay to come from my heart on my music. And that's something I'm still like getting deeper into today. And the more I do that, the more I feel like the more I'm gonna progress musically.
So, junior high school, senior high school, and now you in college. You know, you go to Florida Gulf Coast University.
Yeah.
You majoring in what? In
entrepreneurship.
And why is that?
Because I want to be my own boss. I wanna know how to do what I'm already doing through schooling. If I'm gonna be in school, like I'm gonna learn what I need for myself and enjoy it. Cause why not? But I'm already Apollo Fresh in itself is an entrepreneurial venture.
Yeah.
My art collective Wavelengths is an entrepreneurial venture. So like, why not go to school for entrepreneurship? Really learn this shit.
So yeah, cause like I just feel like as when you young, like there's nothing really wrong working a 9 to 5 just to get your money up. But as you get older, you wanna get that feeling of owning your own business. Right now we at Starbucks. The man who created Starbucks probably started at his house somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like in a little garage. Like Bill Gates and them, how they did it.
Yeah.
And now the man's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So anything is possible.
Anything.
So as far as first of all, where did you get Apollo from?
Apollo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Apollo, I just looked up the Greek god of music, and it's Apollo.
Yeah, Apollo.
And he's also the god of the sun, god of light, god of prophecy, a lot of different things. And I really like what he represents. I just want to be a light to the world. So like, I feel like it was perfect. My last name is Apollon too, so that was a coincidence.
That's what's up. So you're from New York originally? Like,
I was born in New York.
And I gotta always ask, artists that was born in New York. Even though you said that music kind of really hit you when you was in middle school, in elementary school, that's when music itself like really, like you started to love it.
I started to love it. I didn't really realize it, but yeah.
But as an artist, I can't even say a rapper because your sound is unique. Like you could be like one of them like Travis Scott. You could just be like in your own little category.
Yeah.
But have you had any influence from any New York artists?
Oh yeah, Biggie.
Biggie, of course. Yeah.
Biggie, of course. Biggie, like his flow is impeccable. I pride my flows. Like his flows are like crazy. Just like the type of longevity his flows have, like from back then, for his flows to still be like wowing, like to this day, like in such an evolution of flow that the music game has had, like his shit still peaks over here, and I feel like that's dope as hell. Like Biggie inspires me a lot. He's one of my top inspirations.
Who else was an inspiration? I heard earlier you said Andre 3000 was one of them.
Yeah, Andre 3000. Kid Cudi.
Okay, yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
I see that.
Who else? You got Kid Cudi, Kendrick Lamar, Andre 3000.
Said Biggie.
And Pharrell inspires me a lot.
I can see that, cause like
I can see Pharrell inspiring me a lot.
Because your style, a lot of people don't really give Kid Cudi a lot of credit or Pharrell credit because of the new wave of artists that's coming out. They have a lot of influence when it comes to like a Kid Cudi or Pharrell because they sound was just so like sonically it was just different from a lot of people. Like you could see the influence with Kanye West. Like Kid Cudi gave him a lot of influence because of his sound. You know what I'm saying? Man on the Moon, the first album. I just heard the whole album like in the last year, and it's like to me it's like one of them underrated albums to me, in my opinion, because of the whole like sound and things like that.
Tyler the Creator.
Oh yeah,
Tyler the Creator definitely inspired me a lot. Just because like he came out, did exactly him, and just went ham. Like he's a true creator, and I consider myself a creator.
So yeah, because from your music, like you basically tell like a story. You know what I'm saying? Like you love Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a song that's influenced by like the actual Pokemon game. You know what I'm saying? That's something different, Especially, us being 90 babies and stuff like that. We grew up on Pokemon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So speaking of that, like from all the songs that I heard, like you very creative. Like And I see that you mainly love your songs are influenced by like anime and like gaming, but mostly anime. You know what I'm saying? So what nowadays you see that anime and music is like slowly collaborating, you know, commercially. First of all, I wanna ask you, what are your favorite anime?
Favorite anime?
Yeah.
All right, so I can't give you like a single favorite anime, but my favorites like just like stuff that stuck out to me a lot. You got Hunter x Hunter. You got Fruit of Gesaya. Feature Diary, I liked it a lot. Let's see. One Piece. One Piece goes really hard. I think One Piece is super slept on in America.
Why? Like, cause like all the anime that you name it, like I haven't watched, but like I have homeboys who watch like anime all the time and stuff like that. Like, what's so special about each of the anime shows?
All right, One Piece. What's special about One Piece is that Oda is a genius and a creator. Like what he's depicting in the story of One Piece, he's depicting the journey of all the greats. Like it's a tale of freedom. Like pirates is like the ultimate freedom. Like in the anime, there's one world government, and it's just crazy how like crazy it is. And he depicts like everything that's really going on in society today, like just like mass genocide, like different stuff. But he makes it like in a way, in the sense that like kids can watch this show and like parents can watch kids watch this show and it's okay. And that journey that they're going on Luffy, the main character, like that's my life right now. Like he's living life to his fullest. He's enjoying everything right now. He's not letting stuff get to him. He's expressing himself, and he's going to it. And he's just letting like life go with the flow. And going with the flow is like really important. If you can do that, you can do anything, because once you're really going with the flow, like you're not worried about stuff. You're just like on the what's the next objective. Like everything's you understand that everything's okay, so that you can get things done and just move on and like make the best out of your situations, and God can just put everything together better for you. And that's what the story of One Piece is. And I just think it's a beautiful story that you don't really get unless you go through that whole journey of watching all these hella episodes. Like the only way he was able to do that was by having like all these huge episodes, and that puts people off. Especially like sometimes it feels a little childish, but it's only like that at first. Like it seems like that, but you realize as you watch like how deep it is. That's what's special about One Piece.
How many episodes does it have?
One Piece has like, I think it's like 700 something right now.
So it's pretty much like what, like 7 seasons, pretty much like
I'm not even sure.
Because anime don't really. They try to put anime in seasons, but they don't really go by seasons. They just let it flow.
Yeah, if it's a long like running anime, yeah, you just let it flow. Like there's seasons, but it's not really. So it usually go by arcs, like the story of this one particular time.
Would you ever want to create your own anime?
I'm working on one right now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Can I be on it?
You are in it. You probably are in it, to be honest.
Let me have my little, cause like I'm a comic
My
book.
life is an anime.
Yeah. I always felt like, but not like I always wanted to create like my own comic book, cause I love comic books like growing up. So I was like, man, I want to create like my own like superhero, you know. It don't even have to be me. I could just create something that's like a fictional superhero and just publicize it to everybody and stuff like that. Cause see the reaction. Cause I don't know. Did you see Black Panther?
Oh yeah, of course.
Awesome movie, like
opening weekend.
Yeah. Like it was like it's making like it's making like $1 billion like globally, like so far. Like
it had to. It's time. We as like Black community, we needed this.
Yeah.
Because now the people on top are like, oh, people do like stuff like this, and then now more people are gonna be able to make more like Black run like movies and stuff like that. This was like a big step. Like this was history. It was beautiful.
Do you watch like the shows on Netflix, like the Luke Cage and the Daredevils and stuff like that?
Nah, I only really watch anime and movies.
Okay, that's what. So what's your favorite type of movies? Or
anything Marvel makes.
Any Marvel movies? So like, so pretty much you love like Marvel.
Yeah, I love Marvel.
So who's your favorite superhero in Marvel? Mine is Iron Man.
Who?
Mine is Iron Man.
Iron Man?
Yeah, as Marvel, as far as Marvel.
As far as Marvel? I think that's a really hard question. I like Spider-Man a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Spider-Man, but I don't have to think about that one. What's my favorite?
Yeah, it's a lot of them. You got the whole X-Men, you got Black Panther, you got Deadpool, you got the Hulk, you got Captain America. And I just started liking Captain America, honestly.
Yeah, I don't even like him that much.
Like, to me, he was like, even Thor I like, but I have to, cause me being like, I love Greek mythology, but like with Thor, like to me, I don't know, like I never gave him a chance. Like, I always felt like he was always better when he was with the Avengers as a whole, like Captain America. But when I seen a couple movies from Captain America by himself, he was, I was like, okay, because with me, I had to understand your story in order for me to have like interest, as far as like a superhero, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, who's really? I can tell you like who really like. Yeah, right now, who's really like up there and like the superheroes I really like from Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
What what's she from? Like what affiliation?
She's from Marvel.
No, I'm saying like what group? Like,
I don't really know. She's not even really a group. She does her thing. She's had interactions with like Iron Man and different people.
Yeah, okay.
But she's just unbeatable, and I just love her for that. and because I'm unbeatable.
That's what's up, man. That's unique, man. So we gonna get into like your EP called, what's it called?
I want to be the very best.
Very best. No,
talking about
the one before.
Oh, you talking about what's? Yeah. Okay. Ghoulish.
Ghoulish.
That's out right now. Yeah.
So I want to go like by track, cause I usually do this with artists, So before I go into the tracks, like why you named it Ghoulish?
I named it Ghoulish because that's how I was feeling, like really dark, really like a ghoul, like mostly like ghoul inspired by like Tokyo ghouls, like those type of ghouls. Like I feel like that type of energy that's brought in that show is dark, and just how like the world is what it is, and you just kind of have to like deal with it and move through it, and just rise. Yeah, that's how I felt.
Cause even
because
the reason I asked, cause even from when I first heard it, I seen like the cover art. It looked kind of darkish. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I'm telling you, your whole style is unique, bro. Like so the first track is Ghoulish.
Yeah.
So what was like the story behind the whole process with that track?
That track, that's when I started getting good. Like I had a couple friends that were helping me, like I don't know, like just telling me what they think, giving me real honest opinions, and I changed that song like 4 times until there was that product it was, and I was like, yo, like I'm starting to get good. Like I'm starting to get good enough that people want to listen to me. But during this time, I was grinding from a dark place. But I had to grind in the dark times, like no matter what. You have to grind no matter what, because you got to. Like,
yeah, you got to.
Hard work is God's gift. You gotta recognize that. And like, if you're not working on what you love, what you're doing, then you can't really let anything hold you back. And so that was the energy I came with on this project. But I was really like, I was always doing just making songs, like just trying to have as much fun as possible.
Yeah, cause they go to the next track, Lady Cove. Got that Pokemon, the game influence and stuff. Like I think it's hard cause it's one of my favorite tracks on the EP. So how was the process for that? Like, what did you like? Did you make the beat or no?
I didn't make the beat. Ken Kilted made the beat. He's an awesome producer. I just found him on Soundcloud and I was like, oh, this part, I'm gonna tear this apart.
So what was the process with that track?
I banged that out pretty quick. I just wrote to it because I was having fun. If I'm having fun,
that's when you most creative, like.
Yeah, like if I however I'm feeling, like if the track makes me feel that way, then that's when it just like the creative flow just like bam, just comes out. If I'm like if whatever it can make me fully invest myself in, no matter what it's like fun or sad, like if that's where I'm like what I feel like investing myself in at that moment, that's what's gonna bring the most out of that track. And I was feeling like that when I made that song, and I was just like, let's have some fun, and I just wrote that out.
So overall, regardless, like you mad, sad, happy, you still gonna record regardless.
Yeah.
On how you feel. That's what's up, man. Then you got Super Saiyan remix. That was hard. Like
Thank you.
that was of course inspired by Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. But what was the process with that?
So a producer I was working with was telling me like, yo, you should hop on like somebody's beats, so like people that are out right now. And Lil Uzi had dropped a song using that beat called Super Saiyan. And I was like, yo, like I'll tear this apart. And so I just took my take on it. That's that song.
That's what's up. And then you got Bloodline. Bloodline was a dope track as well. What was the process with that one?
I was in New York when I wrote that song. That song came out so easily. I felt like somebody was writing for me. Like I was just writing it. Like it just was coming out. And I was like, that was during it. Like all this project was just me. Like that's when I just started getting good. Like everything was just like. That's when I started like just being able to like get shit out. Just like that's when like all the work and time and effort I put on started coming together for me to make music that people would really want to listen to. So like during this time period, like Bloodline, like that was like another one that was like, yo, like I'm doing this stuff right now.
That's what's up, bro. And then Fire Flame Ace.
Fire Flame Ace. Yeah. That came from a kind of dark place. That song is inspired by One Piece a little bit. Just the title. And the title and a couple references in there. But that song was more of like the darkness, like just violent. Like I was feeling like, I don't know, like that energy that I brought to that song was just the energy that I was feeling.
That's what's up, man. And then of course, R.I.P. SD, Pain, and the title tell for itself about like, you know, the track, like as far as like that was your homie.
Yeah, my homeboy died, and that's part of like a lot of people died within like that year. Like I think the year of me being 18, a lot of people passed away, and it was just like really tough. And that song is actually samples Naruto, and I talk about the cycle of pain in that song, and in the anime Naruto, Naruto is talking to a character named Pain about the cycle of pain as well. That's where that song is from, and it just fits with the theme of like what it talking about in the anime. In that song, it's just how it applies to real life, and I just put my intake on how my situation I could relate to it, because in the end, like, cause he got shot, like in the end, like I could go for revenge, right? Yeah. But then it's just a cycle of pain. Like I want to make the other person know pain because I feel pain, but all that's gonna do is make him feel pain. That's not really helping anybody. Like make the people around him feel pain, and then it's just like it just becomes like a cycle that starts tumbling, it starts snowballing, and just like no one's really gonna stop wanting revenge until somebody stops wanting revenge.
That's true. That's true, bro. But that's you had to get a minute, bro, cause like it's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. Like the whole project was deep. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody check out Ghoulish. It's on SoundCloud right now. It's only on SoundCloud. It's on iTunes.
It's on SoundCloud. Yeah, it's only on SoundCloud right now.
And now, then you talk about your next project that you're working on right now.
Right now, I'm working on a project called I Want to Be the Very Best. I haven't actually announced this anywhere, so this is the first anybody's hearing about this. So
groundbreaking
shit. You feel me? Beautifulness.
Why you named it the title?
It's inspired by Pokemon. This is a project coming with the energy of Lily Cove. So you consider Lily Cove a single from it right now.
So Lily Cove's like the preview of like the
preview
project.
of what's to come in that project, yeah. And it's just like just straight Pokemon fire. Just like that energy, like happiness.
Yeah, I can't wait. So how many tracks is gonna be on it?
Right now, 6 or 7.
6 or 7 for now?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. 'Cause like I said, like, you know, us 90 babies, like, you know, even though I'm 6 years older than you, we still all, you know, was born in the 90s, but like Pokemon was like one of them like cartoons. I don't know if would you consider anime or cartoon? Like
anime. Definitely anime. Originally in Japan.
Yeah. So that anime was like one of like, I feel like that was everybody's first anime, even before like Dragon Ball Z. Like, you know, after school we used to come home 3:30. You know, sometimes they'll show like back-to-back episodes. You know, Kids WB back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was just like it was like one of them animes where it was like a what's it called? Like a soap opera at times. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt, you know, when I was watching the movie when Pikachu, when Ash turned into like when he turned into what's it called? When he turned, I guess, to rock. The stone in the movie when Mewtwo did that, and then like Pikachu started crying and all the other Pokemons cried. I like, damn, bro. I felt that, man.
Yeah.
So
Pokemon's low key really deep.
Yeah, Pokemon's like, I use this a lot, but I really think Pokemon low key is kind of underrated because of.
Yeah, kind of. The anime is kind of underrated. I underrate the anime myself.
Yeah, because like it's I think it influenced like the shows that you see today. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you know, you had Digimon and stuff like. Digimon was cool, but Pokemon was like. Everybody and their mama knew about Pokemon.
Yeah, everybody knew.
They still making video games and things like that.
The video games is what like really inspired me the most. So like that's what I like. I've been playing the video games. I've been buying all the video games on their release date since 2007. Like that's my shit.
So you used to buy them like pre-ordering them like on the spot. Like you used to get the games.
Yeah, like I always get them like the day they came out. The only one I haven't like I missed one year was Pokemon Sun. And that hurt me because like I didn't even realize I was buying it on the release date every year until one day I used my money on something else, and I was like, I paid for something musically, and then I was like, damn, why do I feel so hurt? Then I realized, yo, I've been buying all the games the day they came out and not this one, so I had to go get it, and then the next year, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I had to probably buy the dual pack and go hard for that shit because. I wanted it.
So what was your favorite Pokemon game?
My favorite Pokemon game is Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Why is that?
Because I love Horn region. Pokemon Emerald was my favorite before those. And when they remastered it for 3DS, I was ecstatic. I was happy as hell. Like, and they did an amazing job with it. Like you can shiny hunt so easily for those who know what that is, and like you can do like whatever you really like. Everything that I really would want in a Pokemon game, like, because some Pokemon games don't have this, have that, and this. Like, it's everything that I would really want is in that game. The only thing that might not have been in that game that I'd want to ask for is like having your Pokemon follow you, like any Pokemon in your party follow you. That was instilled in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like if they had that in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, then it would be a gold.
So did you play Pokemon Go when it came up?
Pokemon Gold?
Yeah, Gold. Pokemon Gold.
I played Pokemon Go.
How did you like it?
It was cool. It wasn't like, I didn't really consider it a real Pokemon game like that, but like, it was cool. Hey, Pokemon and Nintendo have always been known to go the extra mile to do stuff for society. Like they got people out their houses. Like people were really outside, like walking and doing stuff. Like I feel like Nintendo really cares about society. Like when when they do stuff like that, We Fit, like different stuff, like they want to get people active. They want people to learn. They want people to like understand that video games is not like a crutch to fall on, but rather just another part of your life that you can enjoy. But there's other parts of life that you can enjoy as well.
Yeah, because I felt like a lot of the gamers, in the gaming industry, they kind of. Well, not recently, because recently Nintendo just came up, with the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, perfectly executed.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch.
But before that even came up, they used to bash Nintendo. I'm like, wow, Nintendo, overall, it's not. They're very diverse. They have the games and stuff like that, but they also look out, like you said, for the community. You know what I'm saying? They want to make sure people are beyond the gaming. As far as you don't have to be in your house, all day and just playing video games. You could go outside and stuff like that. And then with the whole where they had the Nintendo Wii, when they used to have the dancing games and the fit games and stuff like that, and keep people active. You know what I'm saying?
Nintendo, I feel like Nintendo deserves every bit of respect, especially for setting themselves apart. Because if you really, really love video games like that, if you really if you really love video games and you don't limit yourself, you're probably gonna buy a PS4 or an Xbox and a Nintendo system. So I have to keep buying Nintendo systems because I have to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
But they also got Zelda, they also got Mario. These games are fun games. These are perfectly good games. They have good. You can't imagine playing Smash Bros with a PS4 controller.
Nice.
You can't imagine playing Smash Bros with an Xbox controller. You gotta have a Nintendo system.
Yeah.
You gotta have a Nintendo system and the Xbox and a PS4.
Yeah.
You can't. But you're not. Most likely, you're not gonna buy a PS4 and an Xbox. But you probably buy a PS4 and a Nintendo system.
Yeah.
You'll probably buy an Xbox and a Nintendo system.
But you kind of, cause I'm a PS4 owner. I love Xbox and Nintendo. The last Nintendo
I got
system.
a PS4 too.
Yeah, man. So I gotta add you, bro.
Yeah.
What you say you play? What you play? Call of Duty.
I play Call of Duty right now. I play Overwatch right now. I'm playing some Kingdom Hearts actually right now.
What's one? What 2.5? I think.
Yeah, no, 1.5, 2.5 collab. That one I think.
What's Cause I played the original Kingdom Hearts when they first came up. So what's the difference in the game?
It's just remastered. It's 1.5. They basically have 3 games on it. 2.5 they have 3 games on it, and for PS4 they drop 1.5 mixed with 2.5. So it's just 6 games, and it's all the ones that's been coming out, like Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, and a bunch of others, a couple others. And I just started playing the Kingdom Hearts series. Right now I'm playing Birth by Sleep because that's what comes up first, chronologically.
Yeah, I'm that's how I feel with Metal Gear Solid. I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. Recently they broke my heart with the 5th one. I ain't really like it. Cause I ain't cause now I notice nowadays in video games a lot of games trying to be open world. You can never be another Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is its own you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even when they did it with Assassin's Creed, you can't. I feel certain games can't be too big. As far as map wise, they have to be just right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what are your top games of all time?
Yeah, games of all time. I'm gonna include Pokemon in this because I feel like Pokemon doesn't get enough credit as a game because Pokemon is revolutionary as an RPG. Most RPGs just focus on different characters, but this is your one character, and you have a team of 6 each individually that you can customize in a certain sense of what moves I want. It just revolutionized the title of RPG. Not many people can do that, so I'm gonna just say the entire Pokemon series is one slot. Damn, what games I already? All right, Call of Duty. I feel like I could give Call of Duty series a slot.
A slot as well.
You can say whatever you really want, but they definitely brought a whole wave. it's like an unbeatable run. Like they've done a lot. Like they've been in it for this long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they one of them like one of them games that influenced a lot of other games to come out. Like if it wasn't for Call of Duty, it probably wouldn't be really no Battlefield like that, or you know, any of these shooting games that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like even the Halo. You know what I'm saying? So I see that. I can see that.
What's another game I really like?
So this is
Shit, I gotta say Zelda. Because it's like I've never seen something mixed so well, like action and puzzles. Because like that's another thing. Nintendo makes a lot of good, like intellectually stimulating games that are fun. And like they have like some of Zelda's puzzles are really hard, but like the puzzles make like it's a good amount of action. Like there's like I feel like I'm really fading shit in that game. Like it feels good. Like so I feel like Zelda deserves a spot. So now Nintendo got 2 slots.
You know, it took me about till I got in high school to realize Zelda, like the main character is not Zelda, his name Link.
Yeah, his name is Link.
It took me till like high school to realize. I'm like, because I ain't really play Zelda games. Not because I didn't want to, it's because my last Nintendo system I had was the GameCube. So like after that, I just didn't want to get another system. Not because I didn't want to, it just my mom didn't want to buy it for me. So I was like, let me just get the 360 or whatever. But like I always thought his name was Zelda. So what's like the number 4 or 5?
Number 4. I'm thinking about that right now. What did I enjoy a lot? Oh, Naruto Storm 4. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. I feel like that's one of the GOAT fighting games, and they might not get the credit right now for that. But yo, I've never seen something that like it's so fluid. It's fluid.
I heard
it fits perfectly for the franchise of Naruto.
I heard it's like one of the best fighting games like ever.
Yeah.
Because of like what you said, like the fluency. Like I just watched it by videos. I haven't really played the game yet. Like I want to. Like I know the anime series I'm trying to get into too. Like I heard like that is like very good too as well. Like the whole anime storyline.
It's one of the best anime out there for sure.
And then what's number 5?
Number 5. Let me think about that. Number 5.
You gotta think.
You know what? I don't know if I'll give an honorable mention real quick to Guitar Hero.
Okay, yeah. I can say that.
That was like one of the only games that you could like, one of the like top games that you had like another accessory other than the actual controller that was like actually felt like worth it. Now about the new Guitar Hero, I'm not really liking it that much, but like old Guitar Hero, like.
What about Dance Revolution when they had like the little pad and stuff like that?
That wasn't really my thing. It was cool, but it wasn't my thing.
Like, nah,
I like dancing a lot.
Yeah, but you ain't finna. You gotta you gotta do all this stuff.
Yeah, like I feel like it definitely is like one of the awesome ones. Like definitely a revolutionary like thing, but it wasn't my thing.
So you got the last slot. Look.
I got the last slot. Yeah.
I know it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. I know.
So right now I'm thinking about like all the games I played and stuff like that. Thinking about what came out on the PlayStation 4 I looked like. Final Fantasy 15 was really good. I would not give it the title of like a GOAT though.
No, I think
Final Fantasy series itself is amazing. I don't think I've played enough of it to like really say that I want to add that to my slots.
Final Fantasy 10-2 is one of the best Final Fantasy of all time. Like 10 and 10-2, like the part 1 and 2 of Final Fantasy 10 is like, I think it's one of the best ones. Some people would say Final Fantasy 7, you know what I'm saying, but I feel like Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 got to be up there. They like the Tupac and Biggie of like Final Fantasy, like straight up. Like for real, like story wise, like mechanic wise. Like 10-2 was like my first Final Fantasy game that I beaten. I had a little bit of help from my homeboy, like he'll tell me like what to do, but majority of the time, like I'll like just grind it out. I tell people like games like that, like RPGs, you just gotta grind out, man. You gotta, if a monster just show up, fight it. You can't like run away and stuff. You gotta get your power up and stuff like that. You gotta go to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's life.
It's life in general, yeah. You gotta keep. I always felt like even the littlest project, you still have to do it because you never know what's the outcome of that. You know what I'm saying? Like anywhere, like I always had this thing like, whenever I feel like I don't want to do something, I'm like, it's a reason why I need to do it, so I do it anyway, and then a whole bunch of stuff just come out of nowhere.
That reminds me about a book I read called The War of Art.
War of Art?
Yeah.
Damn, hold on.
You should definitely check that book out.
Check that out. Because I'm making my list because books I'm trying to, read more. Every time a interviewer come on a show, I want to write down like different like shows, different like, well for you, I got to watch a lot of anime. But like a lot of books, I have to, I want to start like reading more. So it's the name. It's called
The War of Art.
What's the story about it? Like what's the?
Basically, it's about creation and just like the process of being a creator and just like the different forms of resistance you might have, and it's important to defeat those. And basically some of the concepts are similar, though you say like, oh, you feel like you need to do it if you feel like you're scared of it or if you feel like you don't want to do it.
Talking about this one right here?
No, the war.
Oh, the war, like war,
yeah,
like
war as in like conflict, fight. The war of art. Like I recommend anybody who's like making anybody at all to read this book. Like if you're creating something for yourself, you gotta read this book. It talks about like what it means to be this one right here.
The white one, the white cover?
The white cover, yeah, the white cover. Like it talks about anybody who's doing like creating anything for themselves. And it talks about like what it means to be a professional in this field, like in any field. And it's like really important because it kind of like grounds you and like, all right, listen, you gotta go, you gotta get stuff done, make it happen. But it's like showing you why you gotta get stuff done, how you should go about getting stuff done, and just go and do it.
Yeah, I gotta read that book. So that's one of the only books you read like.
Oh no, I've read a lot of books.
What other books would you recommend, like for myself and other people to read? I recommend
reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
That's a real
That's a real book. Yeah.
Wait.
The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
And why is that? Like,
because we care about too much. Like a lot of people like try to make themselves care about too much. Like you don't need to care about that much. You just have like certain values for yourself, and like shit doesn't matter. Like you don't have to worry about like what you're wearing all the time like that. You don't have to like worry about like what people think of you. Just do what you want and like know what you really want to care about. Because then you care harder, you love harder, and you invest your time better in the stuff that you really want to do and stuff like that. But that book is a lot. It's kind of hard to explain. It's exactly about the subtle art of not giving a fuck, and it's not about giving a fuck about. It's not about not giving a fuck at all, but being specific about what you want to give a fuck about.
So it's pretty much like I'm doing this X, Y, and Z to better myself, but someone was to come and try to take me out of my career path or whatever, like you can't really care about that. Like if they tell you like, oh, you gotta be careful with this or whatever. Alright. When I was like 16, 17, 18 years old, I was like telling people I want to be a DJ. Not for like one of my main career, but like I wanted to be a DJ. Like I felt like, you know, in music, that was one of my passions. And then some people was like, well, you know, not that much money are made. You don't really make that much money in like music and stuff like that. So it's pretty much like not giving what people say pretty much about like their opinion, right?
Yeah, really about like taking life as it is and like yo, like you can do it. It's like don't really care about what people have to say. Like don't care too much about stuff. Like you don't need to care that much. You can care, like obviously like care a lot, but like know what you want to care for, man. Like
and what's it called? The
subtle art of not giving a fuck.
How you spell it?
Subtle. It's SUBTLE and art of.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. It's right here, right?
Yeah, that's it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, what I like on this section of the podcast, I like to ask artists like, what are their top 5, you know, artists of all time, pretty much, and why?
Damn, see, I don't really know who my top 5 artists of all time is, because like there's so many dope artists out there. I really know like who inspires me the most. I said that earlier, like Kid Cudi, Andre 3000, Biggie, Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar. I give honorable mentions to more than honorable mentions, but to Big Sean.
Okay, yeah.
Big Sean work ethic is crazy. Like his path and just he's been like inspiring me a lot, especially with the projects I've decided and his project that he just dropped with Metro Boomin.
I liked it. I feel like some people didn't like it because it wasn't like. Because every Big Sean album that came out was good, but some people felt like it wasn't. They didn't like the chemistry. I liked it. It was like just one of them albums that was just like you have to go to the gym and you have to listen to that whole album.
Yeah, you gotta really listen to it because he's really inspiring. If you really listen to what he's listening to, if you're like on your grind right now, if you know that you gotta go and get it, listen to that because he's inspiring on that level. Like. You gotta. Big Sean is an artist that like he's cool, he has a vibe. Yeah. But where you get the most value from is if you're really listening to what he's saying. Another honorable mention that like it's more than an honorable mention, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has definitely had a lot of influence on me that I don't think I even really fully understand. But like he's one of the only artists that I've really like tried to memorize like whole songs, like especially off of No Ceilings 2. Like that, No Ceilings 2 is one of my favorite projects of all time.
Like overall?
Yeah, it's like one of the few projects that I would go to name like one of my favorite projects of all time. Another one, it's gotta be if I'm going like favorite projects of all time. Kid Named Cudi.
Kid Named Cudi. That's one of your favorite albums. Yeah. Favorite projects.
That's like one of the few that like I could just listen to all the way through.
What about what other projects? Like mine's is Graduation from Kanye West. Like that album I can go through the whole like album and just keep going. Same thing with Jay-Z the Black Album. Replayable. I could play that all day if I wanted to. Ludacris Word of Mouth, replayable. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem Encore album, I can play that like all day and stuff. Even with Wayne, the first Carter, to me, I feel like it's very underrated from his whole catalog because everyone talk about the Carter 2 and 3, but I'm like, the Carter 1 was like, that was that album. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can put that like 10, 20, 30 years from now, I can be like, that's a collector's. Like, I need to have, it'd be one of them albums that be in my gold, like, treasure chest somewhere, you know what I'm saying? cause like the production, you know, with Manny Fresh is like one of the best producers, in my opinion, of all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a phenomenal like album project. You know, so before we close out the podcast, I like to ask everyone this, like, where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
I see myself like feeling amazing. Like I feel amazing now. Mm-hmm. I'm like getting there. Like I've been kind of low, but like I'm feeling like I'm really gonna be enjoying life. Mm-hmm. In that time, I feel like I'm gonna be up for debate with like top artists. I think people are gonna be comparing me like just to like the greats. Mm-hmm. Like I feel like I'm gonna start getting in that category of like, yo, like this guy is like he's up for like a long run. Mm-hmm. Like I'm gonna be in a place where like it's gonna become apparent that I'm unstoppable. Everybody's actually gonna understand that. Like,
and I already told you, like I see that because your sound is unique. It's like a whole nother new, low key is like a whole nother new type of sound that not a lot of people discovered it yet, but it's gonna come through time. Like it's gonna come like that. You know what I'm saying? And please don't forget about your voice. when you make these Grammys and stuff like that, when you get these Grammys and go, because I feel like with your mind, like your creative mind, you could do anything. Like, you know,
at all, anything.
Like you're working on the anime, you know, you got another project coming out. You know, I can even see you making like a video game or something, or even like having like documentaries on Netflix and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see that, man.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
I see it too.
But don't forget about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you got any shout outs, anything that you want to say before we close out the podcast?
Shout out to Wavelengths. Shout out everybody in Wavelengths. I want to say, yo, if you got something that you want to do, go do it right now. Don't wait on it. Like, you can make stuff happen. You have the ability to do anything that you really want to do. So make sure you're doing what you really want to do. Because I'm not saying you have the ability to do anything you choose to do. You have the ability to do what you really want to do because you're actually really going to put the effort. Because you can really do anything if you're really going to put the effort into it. You can do it. So do what you want to do. Because that's where it's going to really, the drive is really going to come through and everything's really going to come together. Enjoy life right now. Like, you can always have the choice to be happy. It's your choice. There's going to be times when you're down, but you just got to accept that where you're at and make that shift to become happy. And love yourself. That's really important. Like, know yourself. Know, like, what you're doing. Like, pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to what you're doing. Grow. Always have an open mind, as open as mind as possible, because that's where real growth comes from. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where you're going to learn from. So keep that open mind, that growth mindset. Yeah, go for it. Do it.
That's very inspirational, man. And you're only 20 years old, man. So you got a whole life ahead of you, man. That's what's up, man. It's because my whole purpose with the whole podcast was that I want the younger generation, like these kids that's like in middle school, high school, you know, even in college still, like even though me and you both still in college, like still in school, it's people like that did not know what to do. They still don't know what to do, but they want to do something that they love. You know, like you said earlier in the podcast, like it's important to do something that you love, because once you do that, then you could like with your music, like you can make a whole bunch of songs.
Yeah. Another thing, whatever you make, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, if you're doing stuff, getting stuff done, getting stuff out, stay consistent. Stay consistent with whatever it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, get it out, make stuff happen, finish the job. You'll be able to learn and move to the next step. Every project you do, everything you make, you're always going to get better after each one you make. So keep making stuff, keep doing stuff, keep making stuff happen.
And we gonna end that on that note. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Before we close out the podcast, I would like to say that Sports Biz Music is on iTunes, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom. We everywhere, man. We just trying to be in everybody else. But this been your boy DJ Anonymous with Sports Biz Music, episode 17 with Apollo Fresh, and we out.